Good morning, everyone. This is Shelley, and we're going to do a Focus on Switzerland webinar today. I hope you're having a nice start to your Valentine's Day. So today I have quite a bit of info to cover because Switzerland is an amazing country to travel by rail. So I'm going to fire straight into it. If you have any questions as we go, please feel free to chat them through. And we have Sophia helping us out today. And she's on the other side of the ditch, but she's helping me remotely. So if you have any questions as we go, she can help out and I can answer them at the end as well. So today we're going to talk about the 4 reasons to travel to Switzerland. We're going to talk about tickets and passes and compare them a little bit, the Swiss packages that we offer, the scenic trains in Switzerland and what's come new this year and from January, and our current promotion for Switzerland. So why should we travel to Switzerland? Well, I was lucky enough to just go there recently in the November-December Swiss Famille, and it was fabulous. It was probably one of my favourite countries now. So they have unique panoramic trains in Switzerland, some that you'll find nowhere else in the world. Beautiful dome carriages and windows, which you really only need a first class seat or ticket to get into those, and nothing special to get in, which is great. We've got incredible scenery in Switzerland, so a lot of the train networks will go along the lakes, as you can see in this picture, and some not even near roads. So it's a beautiful way of travelling and seeing parts of the country that you wouldn't see otherwise. Reason 2, it's really carefree travel. So the Swiss public transport network actually includes over 29,000 kilometres of railroad and waterway. So it is the densest network in the world, so public transport of bus and boat and trains. So it is a great way to travel there because it is so dense. They have what's called regular interval timetables. So this means that trains always leave at the same time, same minute after every hour, for example. So the main intercity connections will run at half-hour intervals. At major hubs, trains will arrive every full or half hour, for example. So they're very well known for their time, being on time. So that train will depart at that time. So you make sure that the clients are there on time. And then the boat and bus connections are perfectly coordinated with the train timetables as well, so that they can get a connection from one to the other. It's a harmonised timetable and what's called guaranteed connection. So those bus and boats will connect with the trains on a guaranteed onward journey. So that doesn't mean guaranteed connection. Obviously they need to be able to make it and get onto the bus, but it is a through journey. So they're not going to leave them stranded in one town and not have a way of getting to the next one. The seat reservations in Switzerland, the majority of trains do not actually require seat reservations, which is contrary to a lot of people's beliefs. So Switzerland has a lot of what's called regional trains as well, and they don't require seat reservations. The ones that do require seat reservations, if you go onto the SBB timetable site, it will show you an R, meaning it's required for a seat reservation. Obviously, panoramic and scenic trains do require a seat reservation, such as the Glacier Express, etc. But a lot of them don't. So you can check with us if they need one or not. Also, there'll be information signs and loudspeaker announcements on the train to notify travellers of where their exact reserved seat is, so it's not hard to find. There's a wide range of tickets and passes for Switzerland, so it's a little bit different to Eurail as such. They have their own Swiss pass, and there's a few of them that I'll go into shortly. But basically, as I said, it's a great network of buses, trains and boats that are all included on the Swiss Rail Pass, and it services over more than 90 cities, so it's a great way of getting around. The value for money is fantastic because it does give you, if it's not included, for example, some of the mountain peaks may or may not be included, there may be a 50% discount. There's free admission to more than 500 museums nationwide. So the passes do include a lot rather than the Eurail passes, which don't. So if someone's going to Switzerland for a decent amount of time, I would highly recommend the Swiss pass because it includes so much more than just the rail. There's a good freedom of choice, so all Swiss tickets and passes are available first and second class, so they can do either or. Obviously, I'd recommend first, especially if you're wanting to go on a scenic train, you can get those scenic domes. And so they're ideal for any budget really, and there is also youth and child passes as well. So family friendly actually, children under 6 years of age actually travel free when accompanied by a paying adult who has purchased the ticket, and children from 6 to 15 get free of charge travel with their family card. So I'll talk about the family card soon as well. So there's really great range of tickets and passes to do the Swiss travel system on. So there's a lot of ways of getting in and out of Switzerland too, by train, by international trains. It's a great way to get in and out rather than flying. So from Germany, there's the really comfortable ICE or ICE trains of the Deutsche Bahn segment. And they take travellers quickly between all Swiss cities. And the Intercity and Eurocity trains, you might have heard them a little bit. They are the direct services between Munich, Stuttgart, Hamburg and Zurich, and these run more than 35 times a day, so huge, lots of departures in and out of Germany and Switzerland. For France, there's what's called the high-speed TGV Lyria, which is a subsidiary of SBB and SNCF. So it is a bit of what we'd call like a nice high-speed train, and these will have a little bit of a higher seat reservation as well, but they have fantastic service on the TGV Lyria and nice and fast. In Austria, you've got the OBB railways. You've also got a night train that links Vienna through to Zurich. And then you've got the Railjet services, which are Austrian rail, and they get people from Vienna, Salzburg, Innsbruck to Zurich in 2-hour intervals on a daily basis. Then from Italy, really easy to get in and out of Italy, nice and close. You can even take the new Gotthard-based tunnel, which helps get people there quicker. And it takes less than 3.5 hours to get between Milan and Zurich. So it may look like quite a long way, but it's nice and quick. So the difference between the tickets and the passes. So we have what's called a Swiss Travel Pass, which comes in consecutive or flexi. So you can either do it continuous days or flexi days. The Swiss Travel Pass is different to the Eurail Pass in the fact that it includes unlimited travel on trains, buses and boats, as well as free admission to more than 500 museums. They also get 50% discounts on most mountain excursions on it as well. So it is a really fantastic product. So you might see that the Swiss Travel Pass is a little bit more expensive than doing a single country Eurail Pass, and this is the reason why it includes so much more, and it's well worth it. You then have what's called the Swiss Half Fare Card. So they have 1 month to get 50% discount on regular public transport fares. So it's just a half price ticket on any public transport. And then the free Swiss Family Card is basically the children travelling for free of charge with the Swiss card. So on the Eurail Pass, 2 children travel free per paying adult. It's similar to that, but they need an actual pass in Switzerland, so they purchase a Swiss Family Card. So I just basically went over that slide. So so Swiss Travel Pass is best for your 3 rail journeys or more. So they're doing quite a few sectors. Even if they're not doing quite a few sectors and they're doing 1 scenic train, but they want to do a lot of the museums, etc., then it's well worth the rail pass. So 3 tips for planning your trip in Switzerland. Consider a rail pass for the best bonuses and discounts. So that's those added on museum entries, 50% on mountain peaks, excursions like that. There's a lot of bonuses included that they could want to use. Seat reservations on local services aren't compulsory, so it's the scenic trains in particular that are. And then you definitely need to book in advance for those Swiss scenic trains. So they are getting busier and they are a really great way of travelling. So we'll talk briefly on the Swiss packages. So we have Swiss packages that include train travel and your mountain peaks. So here's a few photos of the what could be included. And it then includes the hotel accommodation as well, including breakfast. So it's not an escorted tour as such. It is just a package of us packaging the rail and the hotels together for them to independently travel. And we can tailor make it as well. If they want one night here rather than 2 nights, we can tailor make the whole Swiss packages, which is fantastic. So as I said, the planning is done for you. They don't need to think about where they're going to go or when. If they want a bit more flexibility, it is possible too. We can just book their seat reservations for a different date. Transport and accommodation are all done before they go. We can figure it out for them. If they don't know where exactly they want to go, you can tell us what they like to see, and we can tell them the best sort of itinerary or package for them. And then they also get 50% off additional side trips, so say coming to and from the airport before or after the package as well. So the Ultimate Grand Train Tour is probably the most popular of the packages, and this is exclusive to Rail Europe. It's a fantastic product. It is 12 nights and 13 days, so it's a fully independent tour, as I said, not guided. It runs from Basel. It includes Interlaken, Montreux, Zermatt, St. Moritz, Lugano and Lucerne. You've also got scenic rail lines such as the Golden Pass, Jungfrau Joch to the top of Europe, the Glacier Bernina Express and the Gotthard Panorama, all included in that. You've also got 50% discount on all the additional mountain excursions as well. So we include all their accommodation, and all of it's packaged together ready for them to go, and they'll have their documents once they get to their hotel in Basel, so they won't have them here before they go. That's a unique thing, but they'll be ready when they check in their hotel in Basel. So the Swiss scenic trains are quite well known. Hopefully you've heard of the Glacier Express. So this runs between Zermatt and St. Moritz or vice versa. It's approximately 7.5 to 8 hours, and they offer both first and second class panoramic carriages. It doesn't operate all year round, so the Glacier is December to October only. And 3 facts about it is seat reservations are compulsory, so any scenic trains, they do require a seat reservation in addition, and they're bookable 90 days in advance. Meals can be purchased on board as well for first class, so it doesn't include the meal, but it can be purchased locally. Now, the fantastic new Excellence class I was very lucky to see while I was over in Switzerland in December. This is a brand new carriage that they've added, actually 2 carriages, a new service that's coming soon for us to be able to book from March. So it's quite luxurious. It's their own carriage, so you don't have other people walking through it. They've got a guaranteed window seat, so it's a 2 or 1:1 sort of ratio, and you've got couples facing each other. You've got a 5-course lunch included, exclusive access to your own bar in the front there, and a concierge host on board. In the front there, also above the bar, is a really cool compass that turns with the train, and that you can see what direction you're going in, which was quite a cool touch. So there is 2 of these coaches at 20 seats per coach, so not many in them, and they're very exclusive. It's a lounge type setting. You've got, I think it was heated seat buttons and all sorts of things in there. It's a beautiful, beautiful carriage. So we will be getting that accessibility very soon, which is great because I think that's going to be a really popular product. It's good to know that they also get an exclusive luggage sort of area and service in there as well, so they don't have to sort of store it at the end, and they've got their exclusive bathroom as well. The Bernina Express runs between Chur and Turano or Lugano. So this is the train sector is between Chur and Turano, and this is just over 4 hours. Then if they need to link to Lugano, it is a it's called the Bernina bus. So it's a bus service, which takes about 3 hours. So the Bernina train itself only operates between December and October only, and the bus section only operates between February and November only. So they don't have to do both, but they can. It is part of a through ticket as such. They want to do Curra de Lugano, but it is operated by a bus in that last sector. The Gothard is a fantastic ticket because it actually includes a train as well as your boat on the steamship, which is pretty cool, the paddle boat. So it runs between Lucerne, takes the paddle boat over from Lucerne to Fluelen, and then the Gothard, which is the longest underground tunnel in the world, through to Lugano. So it's approximately 5.5 hours. This also only runs uncertain time, so it's April to October only, and it departs Tuesday to Sundays. So not as big a bracket as the others, but it is still operating quite often, and it's great that it includes both the boat and the train. So you can expect to be on the boat for about 2 hours 45 and on the train for about 2 hours 15. And just remember that it's not all scenic on that one because you are in quite a long underground tunnel for a part of it. The Golden Pass has to be probably one of my favourite sectors that I did in Switzerland. I really love the scenery through this route. So this is between Lucerne and Montreux. There's two individual type sectors really. So the Montreux to Interlaken sector is 5 hours. You can do that in first and second class, and then the Interlaken to Lucerne sector is 1 hour 50, and that's also available in first and second class. So you don't have to do the whole thing through for the Golden Pass, but I highly recommend it. It's really beautiful sector to go on, and you do need seat reservations on the Golden Pass as well. So a few people get confused that the Golden Pass is a train. It's not actually the train, it's the route that the train takes. And there can be panoramic trains that operate on here, and there can be regional trains that operate on here. So just make sure you're checking that it is the nice panoramic one if they do want that on this route. So what has changed for this year? There's been quite a lot of Euro and European and Swiss changes for 2019. So we now have a new regional pass. So this is called the Bernese Oberland Pass and is just for that area in Switzerland. So the area includes Bern, Lucerne, Brig and Interlaken, and there are regional passes on Ural, so it's similar to that, but just within Switzerland. Comes from 3 to 10 days consecutive only, and runs between April and October only. So that's a new pass that we will soon be able to offer, along with the Excellence Class Coach. These will soon be able to be booked by us in around March. The 2 new mountain peaks or mountain excursions that have been added, which is fantastic. There's so many mountain excursions that you can do, and I would not recommend anyone not to do any of them. They're fabulous, and if they are going into Switzerland, even if they don't have much time, I really think they should get up at least one to say that you've been up there. It's beautiful. So the new ones are the Blauherd, which is a funicular between Zermatt and Seniga, and then a cableway as well, which is cool. And the Monte Generoso, which is a boat from Lugano, and then public transport up before you take the railway. So that is a little bit less accessible, but it is a unique journey. So that will be soon able to be offered as well. So also soon coming to us is another new product, which is the Bernina Express Rail and Hotel Package. So this is going to be similar to your Ultimate Grand Train Tour of Switzerland, but it is just the Bernina Express. And then we package it with the accommodation pre and post as well. So really handy if someone's coming for a quick journey, they don't have a lot of time to see Switzerland. I'd highly recommend doing something like this. It's all ready to go for them. It's only 3 days and 2 nights, but they see a beautiful scenic train. So they do get included any travel from any Swiss border or the airport to the first destination, which is Curra or St. Moritz. They get overnight accommodation there, and then travel on the Bernina Express, and then return to the border or the airport afterwards, after they've overnighted in Lugano. So a really cool, quick and easy route for someone's a great option. Now, current promotions. So we've got a few promotions going on in Switzerland, but the biggest one is your We Love Switzerland promotion. So this is 1 free day of travel on the 4-day consecutive Rail Swiss Pass, or 2 free days of travel on the 8-day consecutive Swiss Travel Pass. So this is a promotion at the moment that only expires on 29th of March. So you've got about a month and a half to book it, which is great, but they do need to travel between the 1st of April and the 30th of September. So there are specific travel dates for the Swiss promotion. So just make sure you're checking that, and if you are booking online, just check that whether you want the promotion one or you want the normal one. So that, I think, is me firing through that really, really fast. Does anyone have any questions for me? It is quite a lot to cover in Switzerland, but is there any specific questions you'd like to ask? Just going to see if Sophia has had any on the way through. Okay, currently no questions, so I'll leave it a few more minutes. But remember that our Rail Expert training is coming in March, so that's our training program which will start again in March this year. Fantastic program, you can do it in your own time. There will be a Swiss sector in there as well, and some really cool incentives. If you do want to try and get on a FMIL with us, you do need a good engagement with that Rail Expert program too, so I recommend doing that. It does run from March to the end of the year, but there's good incentives if you do it in the first few months. Okay, so I don't think I have any questions. We'll just see if... Nope, no questions. Okay, cool. Nice, quick and easy. If you do have anything, feel free to email me if you think afterwards. This will be emailed to you, this presentation as well, and if any of your colleagues missed it, you can share it with them as well. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll be back for another webinar next month. Have a great day.